This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, October 5th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Yesterday we said, how do you solve a problem like John Grasso? And that was based off of some Facebook posts that he had made that the Capitol reported on. And while it appeared that Grasso had doubled down in his dispute with the Capitol just called his bet with a headline today saying, "Enough, John Grasso simply must go." In their editorial, the Capitol said that voters should consider threatening remarks the councilman made to a reporter who dared ask about the dispute with the Council on American Islamic Relations. Grasso walked back his statement saying he would only stop talking to the Capitol if he was unhappy with a story, but that's not what he said during his conversation. The Capitol pulls no punches and says the voters should reject this bully in November, and then they take it a step further, saying that voters deserve to hear from those that have endorsed Grasso or appear in campaign materials with him, namely County Executive Steve Shue, State's Attorney Wes Adams, and Republicans running for the House of Delegates in District 32, Patty Ewing, Tim Walters, and Mark Bailey. So I guess you could say this is probably the first non-endorsement that the Capitol is making of the election season. We all know about the Bayhawks and their plans for the Crownsville hospital site, and earlier this week, County Executive candidate Steuart Pittman said he would like to see a solar farm on that property. And the Chesapeake Bayhawks came back and said that they're happy that they are looking to achieve the same goal as Steuart Pittman. Bayhawks president Mark Burdett said that the lacrosse team's plan would also have a much more significant economic impact. The Bayhawks hope to turn the Crownsville Hospital Center into a sports complex with a 10,000-seat stadium for the team, indoor sports facility, 24 turf fields, 350 acres of green space with hiking and biking trails, and a memorial to the patients at the former psychiatric hospital. The project is being called tentatively Chesapeake Park. It would involve building a new on- and off-ramp from I-97, and somewhere down the line, restaurants and retail could follow. In pitching his solar park proposal, Pittman said, "For years, people have talked about turning the center into an open space for passive recreation as well as some active recreation, such as a community park, and they've needed a revenue source. Solar is one way to do that." Nothing has happened on that project because of the election, so we probably expect to see some movement one way or another in December or January. Anne Arundel County teachers are going to be getting a raise. The teachers union reached an agreement with the school board, which is converting a beginning of the year step increase into a 2% cost of living increase, and teachers will also get a mid-year step increase early in 2019. This is a big win for the 6,000-member union of teachers, which lost out on pay increases after the 2008 recession and its aftermath. Now, teachers' salary are dependent on different factors like education level, years of experience, but Anne Arundel teachers tend to earn a little bit less than those in surrounding counties like Baltimore, Howard, PG, Calvert, and Montgomery. But how do we rank? Niche.com put out their annual ranking of the top schools in the Baltimore area. And the good news is that Anne Arundel County, 10 out of our 13 high schools were ranked in the top 50. Bad news for Glen Burnie, Meade, and North County because they didn't rank at all. But coming in at number 49 was Anne Arundel Evening High School with a rating of B-. Southern High was at 45, Northeast at 44, Chesapeake at 43, Old Mill at 42, Annapolis at 40, Chesapeake Science Point Public Charter School at 37, Arundel High at 34. The highest ranking Anne Arundel schools were Broadneck High at number 17 with an A rating, South River High at number 16 also with an A rating, and Severna Park High at number 8 with an A+ rating. The number one school in the area was River Hill High School in Howard County with an A+ rating, and the top 6 schools were all located in Howard County. Niche.com looked at Baltimore County, Baltimore City, Harford, Howard, Anne Arundel, and Carroll counties. And as we wrap up, it's the end of an era for the Baltimore Orioles as the club has let go Buck Showalter as well as general manager Dan Ducette. In a statement, the club said, "We thank Dan and Buck for their many contributions over the past several years. Everyone in Birdland and across our organization will cherish these memories, and we all join in thanking Dan and Buck for their contributions." Now, as we all know and would like to forget, the Orioles finished with a franchise worst season of 47-115. That was the worst in baseball. And they were, get this, 61 games behind the league-leading Boston Red Sox. The Orioles do plan to seek a new general manager, but it's going to be from outside the organization. Showalter had been with the team for 8.5 seasons. And upon his departure, he said, the organization, the city, and fans will always have a special place in my heart. Baltimore will always feel like home to Angela and myself. Thank you for the memories. Buck, we will miss you. That is about it for the news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. It's Friday, so you want to hang out and hear our picks for the weekend. And also, we've got George Young with your local DMV weather forecast, and he is coming up right after this quick message from St. Andrew's Day School.
Imagine your child saying, "Guess what I learned in school today?" At St. Andrews, it happens every day. We asked teachers why.
Our innovative educational approach spans indoors and out with challenging academics that inspire and engage.
In our small classes, we are able to find the learner in every child, from preschool to 8th grade.
See for yourself as St. Andrews hosts an open house at its Edgewater campus, Friday, November 9th from 9 to 11 a.m. or call 410-266-0952 today.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, October 5th. A cold front has moved through the Annapolis area, and that will bring refreshing and normal temps in the mid-70s today and tomorrow, with tons of sunshine before high pressure moves off to the east and a more southerly flow of air returns, bringing back well above average highs in the 80s for Sunday through much of next week, with very little chance, if any, of any appreciable rain in the 7-day period. So enjoy these extended summer-like temps while we have them, and especially take advantage of the dry conditions while they last by getting out and about around the entire DMV region this weekend and beyond. Okay, that's it for today. Make it a great weekend out there, and be sure to follow DMV Weather anywhere all the time at dmvweather.com or on social media via Twitter or Facebook, or especially on our free app that you can download from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather, so you can always stay weather informed. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
35 years ago, Annapolis became a fine dining destination when Carroll's Creek Cafe first opened its doors on the Eastport waterfront. Today, diners enjoy delicious new American appetizers and entrees from sea and land, an extensive wine and craft beer selection, and creative desserts, all while enjoying the most scenic views in town. Join the fun as Carroll's Creek celebrates with a very special 3-course, $35 anniversary dinner menu from October 15th to the 27th. Call 410-263-8102 to reserve your table today.
Every weekend, there's something exciting going on in the Annapolis area. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for a newsletter highlighting all the weekend events. Here are our top picks for this weekend.
Thank God it's
Yes, it is the weekend, and it is a beautiful weekend. Of course, some of the ongoing events, you've got the Homestead Gardens Fall Festival that's going on, as well as the Renaissance Festival. But here in Annapolis, we have the Annapolis Boat Show's U.S. Sailboat Show, and that is going on through Monday, which is Columbus Day. You can get your tickets at the gate, or you can get them at AnnapolisBoatShows.com, and they have a record number of sailboats that are in town right now. They've got a lot of multi-hull ones. You can buy gear for an existing boat, or if you're in the market for a boat, obviously you can buy a boat and have it ready for you for the spring. Saturday and Sunday is the Fall Craft Festival up at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds. That runs from 11 to 7. It is free to get in, but you can purchase all sorts of crafts that you might need for your fall or holiday crafting needs. If you want to get out of town, also Saturday and Sunday over in D.C. at the Navy Yards, it is the Love Beer Fest. And this is sort of an introduction to craft beer, and they've got more than 100 breweries from all over the country that are coming in. You can sample the beer. It is free to go. There's tons of music that goes all day from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., both days. But what you consume, actually, you do pay for, and it is a cashless festival, so you do have to buy a wristband, which has an RFID chip on there, so you can either put money on it or have it tied to a credit card or a debit card there. But you can check that out. They've got a page on Facebook called Love Beer Fest, and that is Saturday and Sunday at Washington, D.C. at the Navy Yards. Sunday, Lifeline 100. This is the Anne Arundel County Recreation and Parks Department's 100-mile bike ride. There are some shorter rides as well. There's a 65-mile ride, there's a 30-mile ride, which I will be doing, and a 15-mile ride. Starts up at Kinder Farm Park up in Millersville. Starts as early as 5 a.m., but you do need to be off the road by 6 p.m., and it's a really fantastic way to A, get some exercise, but B, take a look at some of the beauty that our county really has. Sliding over into sports, Navy is playing again this weekend against Air Force at Air Force. Navy is 2-2, Air Force is 1-3, and both of them are kind of in a similar situation, both vying for the Commander-in-Chief's trophy, so this win will be kind of crucial for Navy as well. Coach Ken Nimitz-Ololo said that it's not like either of us are playing great. Right now, we are nobody to have any type of overconfidence or anything. So it sounds like Coach Ken is a little bit disappointed in the play of Navy so far. Hopefully we can get it turned around and get into a winning record as opposed to the 2-2 that we have. Those are our picks for the upcoming events this weekend. But no matter what you decide to do, please make sure that you do it safely because we want to see you right here come Monday morning. Have a great weekend.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.